Everyone's gonna get all comfy. Hi guys. All right, thanks guys for joining us tonight. I appreciate you guys taking time out on a Wednesday evening, and to come out here and try out what that crazy wrap thing is about. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Brittany Robertson. I've been with the company about a year and a half now, and what a crazy year and a half it has been. So I'm really excited to share with you all the life-changing things it's done for me and my family and friends. So who has heard of that crazy wrap thing before? Yeah. Who's tried that crazy wrap thing before? Oh yeah. Who's trying it right now? There we go. We got some rappers in the room. So for those of you that are rapping right now, what does it feel like?
Tingly.
Tingly?
Cold and tingly, like from 8535.
Yeah. Yeah. Warm? Yeah. Yeah, I find the same thing. Like sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's tingly. But I like the tingling. That means it always tingles, and when it tingles, you know it's working. Also, I've kind of started to notice, now don't quote me on this, this is just kind of my own observation. I find the places that it's coldest is the places it seems to be working on harder. So I don't know if that's the places that maybe you have more toxins built up or what it is, but I find the places that you end up losing the most are the places that are the coldest. So keep tabs on that tonight, guys, and let me know if the places that's coldest is where you seem to be losing the most. So what we've actually experienced is that 9 out of 10 people see results the first time they try it, and everybody else just needs to try it again. We consider 1 wrap a treat, 4 treatment, 4 come in a box, and then 12 a transformation. So I always recommend people do at least 1 box, but doing a full transformation is going to allow you to see the full effect of what it can do for you. So it's really easy to put on. You take it out of a package. It looks just like this. This is our facial one. You just rip it open, take it out, put it on anywhere from the neck down, and it's going to firm, tone, and tighten in as little as 45 minutes. So you can get creative. You can cut it in half. Kayla cut it in half and did each side of her thigh. You can cut it in half into your arms. You can do your butt, your back, your boobs, your feet. You name it, you can wrap it as long as it's below the neck. You just don't want to wrap your face. Like I said, we have a special one for that. You obviously don't want to get rid of the collagen in your face. So the wrap's a little bit different than the body wraps, but it's still going to firm, tone, and tighten your skin. And it's like a deep, deep hydration. So I think all of us have tried a wrap in this, or a facial wrap in this room, distributor-wise. And like your face just feels like a baby afterwards. It's so soft and smooth, and you just feel so rejuvenated afterwards. So nice, right? Smooth like babies, or like butter. It's amazing. The wraps, you can literally wear them anywhere. You can wear them to work, you can wear them to bed. Allison and Kayla are both wrapping, and you would not know what to look at them. The facial wraps, however, are a little scary when they're on. People might notice that you might have it on, so I suggest just doing this one at home. So this is what it does. This is actually one of our top earners' friends that wrapped when she first started the business, and this is her results that she saw after 45 minutes. So what the wrap does is it firms, tones, and tightens the skin. It's really good for cellulite, varicose veins, stretch marks. There's even anti-inflammatory agents. So like I tell people this all the time. I wrap my boyfriend's back whenever he starts getting really bad, and it just releases the tension. It just relaxes the muscles, and it's super nice for that as well. It's all botanically based, so it's an all-natural product. All of our products are all natural. And it's only available through an A-Works distributor, so it's not something you're going to find at a Walmart or Shoppers Drug Mart, which is really nice for us as distributors. We don't have to compete with like Shoppers Drug Mart or the dollar store for that matter. I'm going to go through some of our favorite products, and those of you who are guests, you have a product pamphlet, so feel free to flip through it, and if you have any questions about any products that we don't talk about right now, just yell them out. So we've talked about the wraps and the facials. Does somebody want to come be my little Vanna and pass it around? Thanks, Allison. So this is our defining gel. It's a less concentrated version of what's in the wrap, so it's still going to firm, tone, and tighten the skin. Again, go for it. Also really good for like cellulite, varicose veins, and everything like that. But I call it my liquid gold. I use it for everything skin related: bug bites, sunburns, allergic reactions. I put it on Cole's diaper rash. What else have you guys used? Oh, tattoos, super good for healing tattoos and just brightening up old ones. What else has everybody used defining gel for? Anything I missed?
My face.
Your face?
Yeah. I actually use it after I wash my face sometimes.
It's a good moisturizer, right? It's feeding your skin with the nutrients that it's lacking. Our skin is our biggest organ, and it's probably the one we slack off on the most. You know?
Mixing it with the stretch mark cream.
Oh yes, mixing it with the stretch mark cream. Phenomenal for stretch marks. Like it's like freaking magic, I swear. I carry this in my purse at all times. I never leave my house without it. The next one I'm going to talk about is our fat fighters. We probably don't need to talk. I call this kind of like my cheat pill. It's designed to take up to an hour after eating, and what it's going to do is block a third of all fats and carbs from being absorbed. And it works in your stomach, not your colon. So it's not going to send you to the bathroom. Your white pants approved. It's really good for getting rid of that really bloated feeling, where if you ate too much and you're like, I can't move. Also, my hangover cure, they're phenomenal. 2 of those before bed, you feel like $1,000,000 in the morning. Does anybody have any stories they want to share about the fat fighters?
They're awesome for after a big meal or pizza. You know, when you get that bloated, cheesy, greasy bloating after a big meal.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Let's be real, we all have our cheat meals, right?
Yeah.
But we don't want the repercussions of all that like fat on your thighs or your stomach. So this is a nice way to combat some of that.
It helps getting rid of that need to undo the button after the meal.
I like that. You don't need to undo the button after a meal.
That's right.
Oh, Thanksgiving time. Coming. What was your story going to be, Sorry?
Well, basically, my boyfriend uses it after he drinks something like a soda or anything that will basically upset his tummy, which is a lot of things. So it's saved us in a lot of situations.
Yeah, it's really good. Even for me, I'm lactose intolerant, and I like to still eat my ice cream and my milk and stuff. And even if I do that, I take some of those, and it just helps so much.
Yeah.
I don't feel as gross, bloaty, and people around me probably appreciate it a lot. Which leads me to my next favorite product. This is the one that actually sold me on the business. It's our greens product. When me and my boyfriend first started dating, he tried to get me on like 5 different types of greens products, and they're like $80 a tub, and they were like huge. They were like this big. You had to take scoops like that big. So it was gross, and it was chalky, and it tastes like Mobon. And every time he bought me one, I threw it right back in the garbage. Even like the blueberry flavored ones were not blueberry flavored. So when I got introduced to this one, I'm like, okay, I'll try this another green product. But it tastes phenomenal. This one tastes like berries, and the orange one tastes like orange. And what it does is it gives you your daily servings of fruits and veggies, and it helps alkalize, balance, and detox your body. So you just need 2 of these little scoops in a day, and that gives you all your servings. Does everybody know about the pH balance in your body and what that means for your health? No? Okay, so I like to compare it to a hot tub. So you know when you're in a hot tub and most people put chemicals in it afterwards because the pH balance is off, just from toxins from people being in there and things like that. Your body is the same thing. It needs to have a balanced pH level. So when your body is very acidic, that means it's not oxygen rich, it's oxygen deprived. So it's a perfect breeding ground for cancers and diseases, sicknesses, colds, you name it. But when your body is alkaline, it means your body is oxygen rich, and diseases and cancers and sicknesses, things like that, can't thrive in that kind of environment. So just leveling out your pH balance in your body can do a ton for your health. For me, what I've experienced is when I take it regularly, I don't get my headaches. My lactose intolerance is like barely there. I can eat ice cream and feel like $1,000,000. I have energy, and you just feel so much better. So by far, one of my favorite products. Do you maybe want to hand it out so they can smell it, and if you want to play with the scoop? Definitely my favorite product, and I recommend that one to every single buddy. my lip and eye cream. They're all my favorite products. I should stop saying it's my favorite because they all are. I was really excited when they came out with this, and I didn't think it would work as good as it did. But it's this cream that's specially designed for around your lips and eyes, and it's going to help with fine lines and wrinkles. I actually found out that the area around your lips is naturally inflamed. So what the lip and eye cream does is actually get rid of that inflammation to give your lips a fuller, plumper look. So it's really nice for those fine lines and stuff around the eyes and lips, but it's going to give your lips a plumper look. It's going to help get rid of bangs, all that kind of stuff. So I like to play a little experiment with everyone. And the last time I did this, there was one girl we had to make sure we even throw before we left. So, Allison, if you don't mind, I'm going to give you guys just a little bit to put around one eye and around one half of your lip. And we're going to check out the difference once we're all done, just so you can see what it can do for you.
I actually put it this morning on like this piece right here.
Ooh.
And it worked absolutely amazing. I did not, I wasn't thinking.
I know, right? You're like, just put it on!
I know. It wasn't even.
Yeah.
I don't need very much of that stuff.
No, a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah.
I like it for my under eyes. And I'm not one of those people that just use it around your lips and eyes. I slather that stuff on my whole face. It goes everywhere. Thanks. Ooh. It's so wobbly. Well, I lean over and yeah, there it goes. Definitely really cool to see the difference. Oh, is that just what we're doing? I did a party once, and this girl, we put it on one half, and literally within 15 minutes, she was like, bloop! We're like, oh boy, we need to even you out. Like, we're not allowed to leave the house looking like that. It was
I've had
funny.
a couple of times.
Right? It's funny.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's funny. So before I kind of move on, is there any product anybody A would like to talk about or B have any questions about? Those are just some of my favorites, but as you can see, we have a whole slew on this table of ours.
I'm wondering, like, when you guys do your wraps, how long do you keep them on for?
Anywhere from 45 minutes or up to 8 hours.
Okay.
About 80% of the lotion is absorbed in the first 45 minutes. And then after that, the rest of the lotion is absorbed in the next amount of time.
Okay.
So if you're only using it for 45 minutes, I say make sure you get all that lotion off the wrap and rub it in, let it soak in.
Right.
Or you can be lazy like me and I wear it to bed. So I put it on before bed and take it off when I get up and I feel good. Right? It's fun. You wake up with a whole new body, you're like, yeah, let's start the day. Did anybody want to share a little tidbit about one of their favorite products? Keela, do you want to come share your favorite product?
Thank you. Hold on. I will in a second. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so my favorite product is called the Confianza. And what it is a anti-stress pill. I lost my daughter last December to SIDS. And Brittany, she's my sister, so she pretty much forced me to take them. Because I tried the products in the past and they didn't work for me. And I also didn't listen to my older sister's advice on how to use them properly. So she made me take them for about 3 days. Pretty much forced them down my throat. And then after that, like, the fog started to clear in my head and I was able to focus on stuff and being able to help with my son again and be there for him, whereas before I couldn't. So, yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Do you need a couple now? I used to take them, I was a student when I first started the business. So I was the worst exam taker ever. I would get there and I'd be like, oh God, I don't know anything. Everything I just learned is out the window. And I would just panic and go blank. And when I started taking these about 15 minutes to half an hour before my exam, I could actually sit there and I could focus. And I was like, oh, this is easy. I know what I'm doing. So it just helps give you like a clear head. It levels out your levels. It's a phenomenal product.
Mental clarity.
Mental clarity, yeah. Very good. Did anybody else want to share one of their favorite products?
All of them.
All of them.
The problem I have is like,
Which one do you pick? Well, right. I'm like, oh, this is another favorite of mine. They're all favorites.
mine is actually the toner. Well, it's one of them, but.
Come here, my girl.
The toner. It goes such a long way. You spray it on your face, and the first time I used it, I actually literally saw my pores shrink like right in front of me. I was like looking at me, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I know, right?
And it's been actually a life-changing thing for my skin. And
It's so awesome.
Everyone always
love
comments
the
on how
toner.
young she looks.
everybody does, yes.
I love using the toner after shaving.
Toner is also, so
yeah.
is the defining gel. Also very good for after shaving. These two together, bonus. Also, I'd like to use the toner before wrapping. It just helps clean out your pores. It helps clean off any dirt, and it just allows that lotion to soak in 10 times better. Do you want to share any?
Mine.
I don't know which one to choose.
I know, right? Okay, so my favorite is the green. Right over here. And I guess that is also what kind of started me. I was actually out to the lake for the summer, and my mom forced me to drink green because I wasn't getting my vegetables. We were eating mac and cheese and chicken nuggets. So,
Not the greatest diet.
it's pretty obvious that I would be feeling pretty sluggish and not very energized, and the greens totally changed everything. Almost 20 minutes after I drank it, I had energy to start my day and do everything, and that's what really sold me to it works.
Right? I love the greens.
And also, I used to have headaches all the time, like 3 times a week at least. And after a while of using the greens, I don't have headaches at all.
Awesome. Bonus. It's crazy what just leveling out your pH balance and giving your body the nutrients it needs will do for you.
I'd recommend it to everybody I know.
Every single person. Come on up.
I'm ready.
She's ready. She's
I
prepared.
love all the products. I've tried everything. I was on the nutrition, It's Vital, and the Omega. Did those for 3 months along with the greens and the wraps and everything. I just love everything. Now I'm on the triple threat, which is the greens, the fat fighters, and thermal fit. And then also I take Confianza as well, regular daily. But seeing as I love everything, I'm just going to show you what a wrap looks like when it's out of the container. This is a dry wrap. So you can see you can put it on anywhere. You can cut it halfway, put it on your arms, put it on your legs, on your butt, everywhere. So you can wear this pretty much anywhere. You know, long sleeves, you can wear, get really old lady waggles. But these you don't want to wear everywhere. Because they're a little scary, like Brittany said, when you go out in public. Maybe Halloween, we could wear some of these out, maybe draw little faces on it or whatever. But yeah, so that's my showcase for today.
That's a whole
Choosing
one.
these is my favorite for today.
Yeah.
Because Halloween is coming up.
It is. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you guys for sharing. This is me on the daily. This is not a costume, guys. So there are a few different ways to get the products in your hands, but what most people do is become a customer. You actually end up paying what we pay as distributors for the products, so you get 40% off. You get 10% back on all your orders. And after 3 months of consecutive ordering, you get our lifetime membership for free. So you can go back in after 3 months, you can keep ordering, but you can order anytime. So let's say you wanted to stop after 3 months and 2 years later you wanted to use the product again, guess what? You're still going to get the same product and the same perks and everything else. You also get access to our Fit Center, which gives you like recipes and cool workouts and all, and there's all sorts of a community on there as well. So there's lots of perks to becoming a loyal customer, not just the cool price you get. So now I'm going to flip to the other side and kind of tell you about my favorite part of the business, because let's be real, the business is my favorite part. It's been so life-changing for me. So when the business was first brought to me, my girlfriend that I've actually done other MLM companies with, she brought it to my attention. I was like, you know, my face, like I've done other companies and it wasn't what I expected, so I'm not about to jump into another one. But she kept kind of talking to me about it, and within the next couple of weeks, she kind of told me what she was making after a year and a half in the business, and I was like, I'm in. So I jumped in at that point. I was a full-time student. I was working full-time. We bought a house and we were renovating it, and we couldn't even like go on a date anymore. Money was so tight. I could barely afford to go to school. So it was kind of crazy that I decided to jump into this, but less than a year later, I was actually able to quit my full-time job. I received a $10,000 bonus in November, and it's been life-changing. I've traveled to Florida four times. I get to go to Vegas in October. I've traveled all over Canada this year. We've had a lot of fun this summer. It's been really good. And I've met my best friends in this business. People I never would have met before are becoming my lifelong friends, and I think that's kind of the best part for me, is that I get this whole other family that I never would have had before. I was a guy's girl. I had all guy friends. I wouldn't say I had a girl clique, but now I feel like, hey, I can go with the girls now, and I can relate on a different level, and I have this whole other sense of community, and it's just been absolutely amazing. So what my girlfriend did when we were talking about it, she's like, well, do you think you know 4 people that could use the products? Because she told me about some of them, and I was definitely on board to try the products. I'm like, well, yeah, I think my mom could use this, and I think my sister could use this, and I think my dad could use this, and I think my friend would use this. She's like, okay, sweet. Do you think you know 3 people who could use an extra $500 a month? I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure everybody in my life could use about an extra $500 a month. She's like, your business is set. I was like, well, what do you mean? So she's like, we follow 3 steps every single month, and they're called the steps to success. So step 1 is to join the party. It's $129 Canadian, and that gets you a box of wraps. That gets you 4 little bottles of the defining gel. It gets you a little thing of the fad wrap and some marketing materials. So if you're like me and you wanted to make your money back fast, you can sell those 4 wraps for $30 a piece and you make back your investment. Or you can use the wraps yourself, because the number one thing people ask is if you've tried it, what it felt like and what your results were. So I always recommend that you at least do a box on yourself so that you can get your own story. People want to know that it worked for you. And after your first month, your website is free, and after that, we ask you to run your ADBB auto shipment, and what that does is just ensure your commission. So I say set it to 2 boxes of wraps, sell 8 wraps a month, and that covers your cost. So you actually make $240, but you spent $150. So you're up $100 in cash, and then you are making or getting customers and distributors on top of that. Step 2 is our wrap reward. So every time you get 2 loyal customers throughout the duration of your business, you get what's called a wrap reward. So instead of paying $78 for a box of wraps, you get them for $33. So that's really cool. When you're out there and you're selling wraps, you get to make even an extra $90 a box when you're using them with wrap rewards versus buying them at or distributor pricing. So I always love getting my wrap rewards. I need to redeem some of those tonight, I found out. But yeah, best way to get wraps is every time you get 2 loyal customers, you get a box of discounted wraps. But when you get 4 in your first 30 days, you get $135 in free product. So you can get wraps, you can get some other products that you want to try, you can get whatever you want. That's for you, just for getting 4 customers. But that's only for your first month. Step 3 is Go Ruby. This is something that's new and really cool, and there's a $500 bonus attached to it. So run like your little heart's desire to get there. And all that is you're getting 3 people on your team that want to make some extra money with you, and you're teaching them to do the exact same steps. Join the party, get 4 customers, and get 3 team members. And that's all you have to do. This is my goal every month, is to get 7 people in my business. And if you're doing this and your team is doing this, you're going to grow exponentially. 7 people in your business every month. Peanuts. So this kind of gives you an idea of what you can earn in the business, and I'm going to give it to you in monthly earnings because I think most of us, 99% of people, pay their bills on a monthly basis. I don't want to know what I make in a year. I want to know what I make in a month. So as a distributor, you make on average about $75 a month. As an executive, that's when you have 2 people on your team. They make on average about $300 a month. As a Ruby, that's what I was just talking about, is when you have 3 people on your team. One of those people has 2 people, so you have 5 people in total on your team. You're making on average $600 a month. That was my first goal when I started the business. I'm like, yeah, $600 bucks. I can go on a date. I can do some renovations. I can pay a student loan. Like $500 bucks a month was life changing for me. Emerald is an average of $1,100 a month. That's pretty crazy. Diamond is an average of $2,000 a month. So that's what I'm at right now, and that's where I got the $10,000 bonus in November. If you're really wanting to go in the business, you first want to reach Ruby, and then Diamond is really your next go-to point. You want to run to Diamond. That's where the compensation plan really starts to open up. Double Diamond, that's what I'm going for this month. That's an average of $6,000 a month. That's quite a pay raise from Diamond to Double Diamond. When you reach Triple Diamond, they make on average of $10,000 a month. That's my goal for the end of this year. Presidential, they make on average of $16,000 a month. And ambassadors, they make on average $32,000 a month. You're making what a doctor makes at that point without having to go to school for 10 years and deal with guts and gore and blood, and not my thing at all.
Stress and
stress, exactly. Do you know how stressful school is? Gosh, that's not fun. And the bills and student loans and everything else, it's crazy. You can make this sitting from home. Trust me, guys, I sit on my butt at home more than I would like to admit sometimes. So really, you have a choice. You can become a loyal customer and get that wholesale pricing. You get 10% back. After 3 months or 6 months of consecutive ordering, you get an additional $50 in perk points, and after a year, you get an additional $150. So they keep paying you for you continuing to be loyal and using their products. And you get that lifetime membership. Or you can join the team and still get the wholesale pricing, but now you get to make bonuses, commissions, cash, and be part of the friendships, fun, and freedom. And I never used to say that line because I thought it was the cheesiest thing in the world. But as I was saying earlier, like, I've made the most amazing friends in this business. I mean, how fun is tonight and super easy. And I've created freedom for myself. I don't have to work anymore. I can travel. I can do all sorts of things, and it's a whole crazy lifestyle I never thought would be imaginable. I get to choose what my life looks like. So before we kind of move on, first of all, I want to thank everyone for joining us online. I don't want to make you sit through the long game period, but thank you for joining us tonight. And if you do have any questions, please reach out to whoever invited you to watch this video, and we will be sure to help you out. Thank you.
No. I'm here, but I lost it already. Technology. Sorry, guys.